Hey there. Today, we're diving into a topic that sounds a little academic, but trust me, it's probably the most important security system you never knew you had. We're talking about biodiversity, and we're going to look at it in a totally new way, not as some far-off environmental thing, but as your own personal life insurance policy.
You know, we've all heard this one, right? Variety is the spice of life. It's this cozy, simple idea that having a little bit of everything just makes life more interesting, a little more flavorful.
But let's take that thought and run with it. What if all that variety isn't just some optional extra? What if it's not the spice at all, but the actual meal? What if it's the fundamental engine keeping all of us alive? Now that's a much bigger idea.
To really get our heads around that, we first have to understand the system we're all living in. People often call it the web of life, and honestly, that's the perfect way to describe it, because everything is connected to everything else.
Okay, so the key to understanding any ecosystem is really just one word: relationships. This isn't just a random collection of stuff in one place. Nope, it's a super dynamic network where every single part, from the tiniest microbe in the soil to the biggest animal, is constantly interacting, constantly affecting everything else. It really is a true web of connections. And this system, this web, it has this beautiful, incredibly efficient flow. It's almost like a perfectly designed machine. See, it all starts with the sun. That's the main power source. Then you have plants acting like living solar panels, capturing all that energy. And this is the genius part, absolutely nothing goes to waste. You've got this amazing cleanup crew of microbes and fungi that recycles everything, sending all those good nutrients right back into the system. It's a perfect self-powering loop. So, if that's the system, what keeps it strong? What keeps that perfect cycle running day in and day out, even when things get tough? Well, the answer is biodiversity. This is where the real power is. Just think of a healthy ecosystem like a huge, bustling company. You wouldn't hire just one person to do absolutely everything, right? Of course not. You have specialists. It's the same here. Plants are in charge of energy production. Insects handle all the logistics, like pollination. Microbes are the waste management department, and predators, they're quality control, making sure no one department gets out of balance. Every single species has a critical job to do. And this right here shows you exactly why having a lot of different species, a lot of specialists, is so crucial. Over on the left, you've got a system with low biodiversity. It's simple, but it's fragile. If the one type of insect you have that pollinates everything gets sick, the whole system could collapse. But on the right, you have high biodiversity. You've got tons of species sharing the workload. It's a safety net. If one pollinator has a bad year, others can pick up the slack. The system is resilient. It can take a hit and just keep on going. So this is all great for nature, but what's in it for us? How does this super resilient natural system actually benefit humans directly? Well, this is where we get to cash in. This is the human payout from our biological insurance. Let's just put it as plainly as possible. Biodiversity isn't just nature's insurance policy. It is our life insurance policy. It's the living guarantee that all the systems that provide for our actual survival will stay stable and keep on working. And what exactly does this policy cover? Oh, just the essentials. The food on your plate totally depends on healthy soils and a whole army of pollinators. The clean water you drink, that's filtered for free by wetlands and soils. A huge number of our medicines, including some powerful cancer drugs, come directly from plants and animals in diverse forests and oceans. And heck, even a stable climate is regulated by these massive, healthy ecosystems. These aren't just nice perks, they are the absolute fundamentals for our survival. But, and you knew there was a but coming, like with any insurance policy, there's a risk. What happens if we let it lapse? What happens when that coverage starts to disappear? Well, that leads us to a pretty fragile future. The way it happens is actually pretty simple and kind of scary. As we lose species, the whole system gets simpler. That complex, resilient web we were just looking at, it starts to look a lot more like that fragile, wobbly one. The safety net Spanish. The system loses its ability to bounce back from a shock, whether that's a drought, a new disease, or a changing climate. It becomes brittle. Which brings us right back to where we started. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? Variety in nature isn't just there to look pretty. It's not a decoration. It's not a bonus feature. It is the core functional component of the system that ensures we can survive long term. It is, quite literally, life insurance. So I'll just leave you with this one final thought. We know this policy is essential. We know it covers everything we need to live. The only real question left is, are we protected or are we letting our coverage slip? Something to think about. Thanks for joining this explainer.